My name is Daniel Zaluatayo, aka the Voice of Insurance. My objective is to initiate a fresh movement that aims to educate, expose, and enlighten individuals about the significance of insurance. Welcome on board as I explain in detail how the empowerment policy can be of great benefit to you and your family.
Case Study 1, ETP, Empowerment Policy. Q1, how can I secure the future of my family as a career man or businesswoman? Q2, as a married man, do you trust that your siblings and other relatives will support your family in the event of your incapacitation? Q3, will the education of your children be affected if you are unfortunately no more? Q4, do you have an additional boost to your retirement savings? Q5, do you have a standby in case your pension isn't paid on time? Q6, are you planning on starting a family business that must outlive you? Q7, I will need to acquire a machine/plant in the long term. Would funding be a challenge? Story 1. Mr. Femi is a married man, blessed with 4 children. He is a salary earner. Of recent, he paid for 2 plots of land in a highbrow area in Lagos State. Indeed, a very strong supporter of his siblings and has established them in their businesses, but unknown to him, they hate his wife. Suddenly, news got to the wife that her husband slumped and died in the office. What devastation to the family. The bereaved wife in deep despair is suddenly hit by a thunderbolt. All her in-laws stormed the premises of Mr. Femi's residence. He owned the 3-bedroom apartment, and instead of commiserating with her in-law, they demanded she vacates their brother's house to the BQ. After forcefully ejecting her and the children from the house, they collected all landed property and asset documents, the liquid cash at home, and destroyed all the ATM cards when the wife refused giving them the PIN. She has zero access to cash except her purse. The eldest child in primary 3 is 8 years old, while the youngest is a year old. Options 1, dump the children and run away. 2. Get help from her siblings, becoming a liability. 3. Stop schooling for the children. 4. Request for new ATM card and withdraw from husband's account, but the bank wouldn't give her the cards because it's her husband's account. 5. Hence she is not a joint signatory to the account. 5. The man didn't write a will because he did not believe in such. All these should have been avoided. How? Solution 1. Get a plan of which a projected amount is the focus. You want to accumulate number 10, number 20, number 50, hashtag 100 million etc. in 10, 12, 15 or 18 years' time. If this plan was serviced by the late Mr. Femi, within 7 working days at most, of the unfortunate incidents, the wife would be credited with the projected target amount of number 10, number 20, number 50, hashtag 100 million as the case may be, under the condition that late Mr. Femi included her name as a beneficiary or next of kin since the children are minors, less than 18 years old. You can also reach out to me for more explanation. The catch 1. Whether the policy has been running for 10 of 15 years, 8 of 15 years, 6 of 15 years, 3 of 15 years, 1 of 15 years, the projected amount will still be paid. 2. If the policy matured, completed its tenure, Mrs. Femi would have received the projected amount of number 10, number 20, number 50, hashtag 100 million etc. 3. This policy is highly advantageous to all parties with large profits to show. 4. If the policy recently turned active, started running, the projected amount would still be paid, if the Mr. Femi passed on. 5. There is also the provision for judgmental sickness. This means that if Mr. Femi was struck by such a disease such as cancer, heart disease etc., the policy would terminate and the projected amount would be paid to him. He doesn't have to wait till the end of the policy before getting access to the projected funds. 6. Another provision is whole lasting disability. This means that if Mr. Femi was involved in an accident and lost one part of this body such as one eye or one arm, then the policy will terminate and the projected amount would be paid to him. This is awesome. The future is secured indeed. Thanks for watching. Talk to Daniel Zaluatayo.